Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go.
I always love that intro, man.
Today, I got a special guest in the building. You are my first remote interview, actually. I've never done it before.
I feel so special in these times. Yes, remote is the way to go.
It is. It really is. Definitely giving some social distance in this interview.
Yes, definitely.
Do you mind introducing yourself to the people?
Sure. So this is Jordan. That's it. That's my intro. This is Jordan. I have nothing exciting to say that goes along with my intro except hello, it's me.
That's funny. Jordan, I am glad to have you here. These are interesting times that we are in right now. Um, we are all trying to figure it out, especially with this like the scares of all this coronavirus and all this stuff. And first question I wanted to ask you is just how are you doing?
I'm okay. So I'm. It's not that I'm not very worried about the virus because I am worried about it to a degree. But what is bothering me more than anything is practicing the social distancing for sure. Because if there's anything that I know about myself and that my friends know about me is that I'm definitely a social butterfly and I like to be out in the world and doing things. And so the fact that I am literally staying at home and working at home is driving me bonkers. And I definitely have taken for granted like simple things like a human touch or a hug and stuff like that that I'm just so used to giving like by second nature, and I haven't touched anybody in a really long time. So yeah, it's driving me.
That is tough. How are you adapting? Like what are you doing?
Um, so I am definitely trying to go outside some, and I've done like some FaceTime dates with some of my friends and their kids. Like me and my friend Lacey got on FaceTime and we talked for a while. And then, of course, I'm in a group with Aaron and two of our other friends. So we are talking about having a house party date on Saturday so that we can, visit with each other and talk and have a little happy hour situation. And me and my cousins actually talked about doing that Friday night too.
Okay, yeah, no, that it's funny because it seems like it's somewhat forcing us all to be a little more connected.
Yes.
Because we've been doing the karaoke on Instagram, and
Which I have been loving, by the way. Just saying.
it's just so interesting how people are like drawn to it and like participating in it. Like it feels like a little community.
Yeah, definitely. And it's something fun. It's something that you can do to get your mind off of all of this madness. Like, seriously.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about it too much, like, yeah, it's not going to be good mentally. So I have enjoyed that. And I have enjoyed all the DJs doing their little sets, their different theme sets. Last night, I tried to watch Raj Smooth do his Quiet Storm thing, but I fell asleep on it, of course, because I'm an old lady. So I have enjoyed that. Like I saw he's doing another one, and of course I've watched like D Nice do all his things that he was doing over the weekend, and different artists doing their free concerts. I have enjoyed that. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, it's almost like forcing us to. I was telling somebody, it feels like it's actually like forcing us to move into the future. Like we've been doing things so regular for so long that it's now forcing you to like find new ways. Like everybody working remotely. Like it's not a single job to say that you can't do remotely now.
True that. That's very true.
Yeah, so it's definitely teaching us some new ways and showing us some new things. I know for myself, I'm trying to stay as positive as possible about all of this because just watching like I don't really watch the news much, but you know in the beginning getting on social media and seeing so many posts and people sharing so much with you, it was kind of becoming a little depressing.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a thing. So I have not really been watching the news, which is crazy, but I just am like, I have to do that for my mental health. I know, the signs and symptoms you need to watch out for. I know that I need to stay my ass at home so I'm not, being in the streets. But like, I'm not really watching the news. Like yesterday, I didn't turn my TV on at all. Um, but then it kind of is like, okay, I'm staying in a bubble as far as that is concerned. But then social media sometimes gets to be a lot too.
Yeah,
So I've like Instagram has kind of been like okay, but like Facebook, sometimes I'm like, I can't deal with that. Like it's a little too much. So sometimes I limit like how much I'm actually like playing on Facebook and what I'm reading and stuff like that too. Just for right now, just for
yeah.
my own mental health. That's all.
I feel like the Facebook audience is a little more mature also, so they
Yes.
they posting different things like on Instagram, people playing and posting memes and shit.
Yes, yes. And just like that humor and laughter and just like doing something else to like get your mind off of it. Like just like all of y'all, everybody's doing, like you did karaoke, the artists are doing things. I usually hate those challenge things where it's like this 30-day challenge, this 20-day challenge. Like I usually hate that. But
Yeah,
I saw somebody post on Instagram like a 30-day song challenge and each like day is something different. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this because clearly we all know how I feel about music and one of my friends actually is doing it with me. And I was like, yeah, it's just a good way for me to find some new songs and see what other people, how other people are interpreting like the different songs that we have to do each day and something like lighthearted. So yeah,
yeah.
that's probably the only thing I'll participate in of that sort of nature. But yeah, it's just something fun while everything is so like dark and serious right now. Cause yeah.
What does your day to day look like? Like how have you adjusted your days? I know you're working from home now, right?
Yeah, I'm at home now. So Um, I usually wake up and it's funny, it's because I'm working at home, like, I actually have time to do things like make breakfast. Like, not that I didn't make breakfast before, but I'm just going to be totally transparent and just say, like, if I have to choose between sleep and eating something, you know, elaborate in the morning, I'm going to choose sleep because I am not a morning person. So, like, when
That's
I was like working in the office or doing other things, then it would just be like, okay, I have to get up at 5 a.m. What can I eat really fast? What can I like make really fast to eat in my car while I'm driving
yeah,
to the hospital for clinicals or while I'm driving to this meeting that I have to go to and then inhale this shit in the car while I'm moving and never like time to like sit and be present. So since I am working from home, like I definitely have done a little bit more of that. Like I wake up and like yesterday I made pancakes. Like who am I? So I made pancakes for breakfast and I've been drinking tea every morning and like sitting at my table and enjoying that. And then I just, check emails and do various work things and do meetings and different things like that, like via Zoom. And then when I shut it down at the end of the day, sometimes I watch TV, sometimes I'm like, let me just find something else to do. Like I said yesterday, I was just so mentally exhausted, I did not touch the television. And I kind of just like listened to music and then got in my bed and FaceTime some friends and stuff like that. But yeah, it kind of varies day to day. But I will say being home definitely, provides an opportunity for me to slow down more and enjoy the slowness, which is something that Aaron and I talked about probably like 6 months ago when my grandmother was sick, about me like slowing down and just and being present and enjoying like the slow moments.
yeah. I feel like we kind of all needed that. Like it's definitely forced me as well to just slow down and so pressed about what I have to do, or not even feeling like I have to do anything. You know.
Right. Right. Because it's always just like run, 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 go, 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 which is legit how I live my life. Like, where am
Yeah,
I running to now?
that's
So I definitely like it's nice, but at the same time, it's like a catch 22 because I struggle with it some just because it's so slow, and because I'm like here by myself like all the time. Because at least when you're going to work, it's like, okay, I'm interacting with other people and all of that. And of course, Zoom is cool, FaceTime is cool, house party is cool, all of that. But it's still just like, I would rather be sitting across from you.
absolutely, and I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm a little more of an introvert, but when I want to be
Mm.
around people, I want to be around people.
Which is so crazy to me that you're an introvert just because, like, I just, even just thinking back from like Xavier and all of that, I just never, you just always were so like, I don't know. Like you always were just so cool with people and outgoing and like I always just saw you laughing and smiling and kiki like being super social. So that's that's
And
interesting.
maybe that's how I feel internally because I hear that a lot about myself. So maybe that's how I feel internally. But I feel like
Yeah.
I'm social, but everybody tells me I'm very social and like friendly and stuff. So maybe.
Yes. I even like last night I said I was thinking about you and I was like, how did me and Mike Brown even I don't even remember how like we met and how we started speaking. I mean, I know it was Aaron. Okay. Like I think like y'all had something like first, like a class, or maybe she met you some other kind of way. I have no idea. And
Yeah,
then I think I remember her like talking to you outside of KB or something one day and you just like being there. I can't like I don't even remember the specifics.
yeah. I remember Aaron used to call me Major League because of my tattoo.
Yes. Yes. I do remember that. I do remember that. But I don't remember like how that even started. And maybe like I started talking to you more like that summer after freshman year when y'all were in summer school together and Casey was down there
Yeah,
in Martin DePores or whatever. And I know that we came down, like I came down there twice. And one time me and Aaron were there. And was that, yeah, when y'all had that stupid room party in Mayan and Chris Parker's room. And I just cannot even. Yeah, uh-huh. So maybe that is when I don't know. I feel like it was like sometime like during freshman year, after freshman year. I can't even remember. It's nuts. Like I can remember how I met some people, like the exact moment, but some people I'm like, I don't even remember how we even got started talking and all of that.
but you
It's
know what?
wild.
You're one of those people that whether I talk to you every day or I talk to you once a year, like the connection just always feels so strong.
Well, I love you. That's why.
I love you too. I really do.
So it just doesn't even matter if we don't talk. I mean, we don't have to talk every day. I don't know if there is a person in the world that I talk to every day besides
Yeah,
my mama. And sometimes I don't talk to her every day, which I know drives her crazy. So just
but
saying.
yeah, I also wanted to ask you because I know you working in the medical slash health field. How how are you keeping yourself from not getting so sucked into everything? Because I know, especially like I think I saw recently in Louisiana, it's like the highest growth rate or something like that. But how do you keep yourself balanced and not so like engaged in everything?
I mean, I just think you have to know who you are as a person and you have to know your limits and your boundaries. And I know that if I sat down and listened to the news, watched the news every day, and read everything that's circulating, and just discussed it to no end all day, every day, that I that would be too much for me. And I definitely believe people's energy and their hysteria is transferable. So
Mhm.
I like have to sometimes I have to be like, we can't discuss this anymore. Like, I'm not talking about coronavirus. I'm not talking about all of the crazy and the panic surrounding it. So if you would like to talk to me about the weather or sports or music or life or something else that does not concern this, then I will gladly listen.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I know it's a very real thing for all of us. So I'm definitely not trying to be insensitive to, what's going on in the world. But I think sometimes I just walk a fine line between like, okay, this is what's happening, and then I need to stop and like draw a hard line somewhere for my own sanity.
No,
Because
I
if you think
agree.
about it, we could all be sitting in our houses crying and overwhelmed and feeling depressed and anxious and all of that because all of this, is fear of the unknown and everything. And there's no endpoint. Like I was on a meeting earlier and somebody brought this up and they said, if you think about it, it's not like a hurricane because as people in the South, we hear hurricanes coming. You prepare for a hurricane. The hurricane comes. It does its damage. Sometimes the damage is catastrophic. Okay, Katrina, and then it's like it's done. So you spend all this time. Now you can deal with that, with the effects, with the after effects, right?
You,
But we're not, I mean, we're still in it. And we can't say, oh, it's moving through and tomorrow it'll be gone. And then we can like try to put our lives together and deal with the emotional, effects, the physical effects, the mental effects of all of this, like once it has passed. Because we have no idea when that will occur.
yeah, I think it's more people with it than they actually know, just because everybody not getting tested for it.
Right. Because they don't have enough tests and they can't test everybody and they don't test everyone. And then some people, you're not going to present the same way as others and your signs and symptoms, you may not even have signs and symptoms. They may look a certain way in you, but not in somebody else. And so it's like, yeah, there's probably way more people that have it than don't.
Yeah. Oh, Corona, Corona.
I
But
know.
yeah, I really do appreciate you coming on the show today. Um, One question that I like to ask my guests that I'll ask you is, what is one piece of advice that you feel like you could share with the listeners that you learned on your journey?
Hmm. I would probably say this has nothing to do with Corona, thank God. Um, I would probably say that the good that you sow into the world definitely comes back to you.
That's what's up. I really appreciate you sharing that. Where can the people find you if you would like to share where they can find you?
Oh, sure. Listen, I am not musically talented or any of that like some of these other people, but if you just would like to follow me on Instagram, I can be found at Nurse Jody. And yeah, my page is private, so you would have to send me a request. Just saying. Or on Facebook, clearly, but yeah, I'm just regular old me.
That's what's up. I appreciate you so much for being on the show. I really do.
Well, I am so glad that we finally got a chance to do this, and that you pushed me outside of my box because I'm not really a shy person, but I don't know something about recording. I was like, oh, I just don't know, but I felt like listening to a lot of things that you say on your journey, you have pushed yourself outside of these self imposed limits a lot. And so I felt like you would be the perfect person for me to push myself outside of my self imposed limit of not recording with. So, yeah, so I'm glad we got a chance to do it.
Wow, I appreciate that. I love you, Jordan.
I love you too, Michael.
And that is an episode. Thank you guys for listening. Um, be safe out here. Take care of yourselves. Stay in touch with your people. And this is the art of letting go. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of The Art of Letting Go. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe to us wherever you listen to this podcast and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let other people know what you think as well. If you want to get in touch with us, hit us up on all social media at The Art of Letting Go Podcast. Also, you can send me an email, theartoflettinggopodcast@gmail.com, or give us a call. Leave a message. We might play it on the show. 213-394-2773. Also, if you would like to support The Art of Letting Go, we got some really cool merch, as well as we're now on Patreon. You can find us, The Art of Letting Go Podcast. Subscribe to us. Thank you guys for listening. This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go.